According to the Living Planet report from 2018, on average, we've seen an astonishing 60% decline in the populations of mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians in just over 40 years. Our wildlife is declining at a horrific rate, but the Morris Animal Foundation is fighting to help save these animals. I've always been super passionate about animal conservation and done research to further my knowledge. Today I will be explaining why our wildlife is declining so rapidly and how Morris Animal Foundation is helping to save these animals. Animals face a number of threats, from poachers to habitat loss. According to Poaching Truths from the Frontline, the illicit wildlife and plant trade is estimated to be worth $70 to $213 billion a year. They make most of their money off tiger and leopard skins and the ivory from elephants and rhinos. According to an article from On the Verge, a single pound of ivory can sell for over $1,500 and tusks can weigh up to 250 pounds each. Though poaching is a huge threat animals face, it's not the only one. They also face habitat loss. An article from the National Wildlife Federation says habitat loss due to destruction, fragmentation, or degradation of habitat is the primary threat to the survival of wildlife in the U.S. It continues to say, when an ecosystem has been dramatically changed by human activities such as agriculture or commercial development, it is no longer able to provide food, water, cover, and places to raise their young. Every day there are fewer and fewer places for animals to call their home. Without places to raise their young and clean food and water, animals can't repopulate all on their own, and they need the help of people like the Morris Animal Foundation. Next, I will talk about how the Morris Animal Foundation is helping our wildlife. This organization is one of the largest nonprofits that funds research focused on wildlife health studies. It focuses on diseases and mutations from human activity that cause water pollution, toxins, things like that, and it wants to help cure and prevent these from spreading across the populations. Over 20,000 species have been helped by this research that this foundation has done. Some of these animals include dolphins, black bears, elephants, koalas, sea turtles, and many more. According to the Morris Animal Foundation website, since 1965, we have invested over $24 million in more than 650 wildlife health studies. We've contributed to improved reproduction strategies for endangered species, identified the impact of environmental toxins on wildlife, and established in the field medical care. In conclusion, I've talked about some of the extreme threats our wildlife faces, and I've talked about some of the ways the Morris Foundation is fighting back to save our wildlife. Our wildlife is declining at a rapid rate, but this foundation is fighting to repopulate and protect them. Please donate to help save these beautiful